Hi there, it's Pokket, and right now I'm at PAX and I'm magically uploading videos to the internet machine. I'll probably put some gaming videos from PAX onto my gaming channel. I browse YouTube, of course. I love YouTube. I think that it can bring some really fresh talent that you wouldn't find otherwise, or it'd be really hard to find otherwise. And also, it can bring some just really informative or down-to-earth people into your viewership or into your scope of reality. And so I constantly see a lot of people talk about how they deal with certain things, and I do this as well. How I deal with life, how I deal with friends, how I deal with relationships, etc. Just sort of all of these things all in one bundle, but what I really don't see a lot of is people who talk a lot more about positive things. And what I mean by that is you constantly see people admitting that they need improvement, or that, you know, they need to work on this and they need to work on that, and how they're not perfect and all of that. But you don't really see people talk about the good parts, the things that they have sort of done. And I think that's the way a lot of people are just as human beings. We're constantly thinking of ways we need to improve ourselves, or things that we haven't done correctly or fully or perfectly, and we don't really take time to think back and go, wow, I've actually, you know, done a lot. I've improved a lot. I've bettered myself as a person a lot. And so that's sort of what I wanted to take this video to do, is talk about some things that I have shown improvement on. Now, the first major thing that I've shown improvement on is definitely moderating what I eat, because I certainly was unhealthy with the way I ate, to the point I started gaining weight, and I decided I needed to start moderating and making healthier decisions. And I've certainly done that. I eat out a lot less now. I used to eat out almost every day, and it wouldn't be fast food, but it would be eating out, and so it's a lot healthier most of the time to just make it yourself than it is to go and buy it. Even like making a burger at home is a lot healthier than going out and eating a burger from, you know, a restaurant. I've definitely shown improvement. I've gotten a more regular schedule with my videos, which I am super happy about. I'm glad I'm at least able to put out a couple videos a week, when before I had trouble even putting out one video a week. I've grown happier about my image, which is not something that's easy, and it's certainly not something you can do over the course of like a month. It's something that takes time. Growing happier about your image, growing happier about your life, it takes quite a bit of time and effort if you're in that slump. Now, if you're already happy about your life, then, I mean, you don't really need to grow happy about your life. And, you know, of course people go, oh, well, what do you have to be unhappy about? And it's like, you know, everybody has their things, and I don't like to share my personal stories with people simply because I don't, well, one reason, I don't want to bring people down. But second of all, it's personal stuff that I feel like I can deal with. And if I feel like I can deal with it, then I'll deal with it. That's not really the healthiest mentality. And so I have gotten to the point where I do start sharing things with people that are close to me, so that way I can work through them. And so I've shown improvement in that, and I'm really happy about that, because I do feel better as a person. But also, you know, getting up and getting out of bed in the morning and making myself accomplish something, anything, you know, obviously work, but beyond that, something towards my YouTube, something towards my stream or my Twitter or anything. It's like accomplishing something makes me feel better, and so I've gotten better at making that a more regular thing in my life. You know, that's part of finding relationships, whether it is love interests or just friends or whatever, where you can share those emotions in a healthy way, and you can be honest with them, and they'll listen and be caring. I've been trying to go outside more, and I have been going outside more, and I know I don't look like I've been going outside more, but I have. I don't go out in the sun for hours so I can fry and then be miserable for 2 weeks from sun poisoning. Yeah, oh, what lovely times. I think a lot of people forget nature, and this is gonna sound really hippie-ish, and I'm not a hippie, but I do like nature. I think that going back and listening to the birds singing and the wind in the trees and just all of that stuff is just so relaxing. It's sort of like listening to the ocean, only, you know, the opposite, because there's no ocean, obviously. These are kind of very, I guess, a little deeper improvements than just the simple brush your teeth twice a day and eat 3 meals a day type thing. I feel like a lot of people who talk about how they need improvement, they talk about They talk about, of course, the very typical things, but then they talk about the deep things, and it's like the deep things are harder to discuss, they're harder to improve on, and they're harder to even get motivated to do anything about because it is such an emotional weight on you. But I do want to sort of share this because it's like, I know that if I can do it, that other people out there can obviously do it as well.